Good afternoon, year 7. How are you all? Hope safe and fine at home. So, welcome once again to Best Montessori Distance Learning e-portal and welcome to your English class. Today, we are going to start a new chapter, that is Patan Darbar Square. It is one of the historical places of Nepal. It is one of the historical places of Nepal, and all of you must have seen this. Most of you must have visited this place. It is one of the historical places in Nepal, though I have not seen it, but you people must have seen it. So let us start the lesson. Here is a description of historical place in Nepal. Every year, thousands of tourists visit this square to appreciate its artistic beauty. So it is also a tourist place. It is a tourist attraction because of its artistic beauty. Artistic beauty means carvings are there on the walls and beautiful inscriptions have been written. All these things have made it have applied artistic beauty to this place. Okay, so this is one of the quotations said by Percival Landon in 1928. He visited this place and he wrote this. As an ensemble, the Darbar Square in Patan probably remains the most picturesque collection of buildings that has been set up in so small place by the piety and pride of Oriental man. By the piety and pride of Oriental man. So he has described that it is a collection of buildings in a very small place and those buildings are very beautiful. Okay, let us start the chapter. Patan Darbar Square, the center of Lalitpur, the city of fine arts, is one of the places in Kathmandu Valley where medieval arts and architectures still remain in their original state. So it is where it is Patan Darbar Square, center of Lalitpur, and it has been described as a city of fine arts, where medieval arts and architecture still remain in their original state. Means the work which was done by ancient rajas of the Nepal, it is still there in its original state. It may be because the great earthquake of 1934 that left most of the valley in ruins was not as destructive here. So one earthquake was there in 2015, yes, I hope, yes, and one earthquake in 1934 that left most of the valley in ruins. So that was also a very destructive earthquake which happened in 1934. But that earthquake did not have any effect on this Patan Darbar Square. It did not do any destruction here. What's more, successful reconstruction restored the dilapidated complexes to their 17th century splendor. And if there was any destruction caused, then reconstruction of those buildings was done just to save the heritage of this place so that the heritage of Nepal may be saved. So this is the picture of Patan Darbar Square. Okay. Now, a red brick three-storied palace dominates the east side as it runs along the entire length of square. This palace are the temples and shikhars of various sizes and styles. So there are temples and shikhars of various sizes and styles. These complexes were added at different times, but they blend perfectly to form the square. So all the buildings, all the monuments which are present in Patan Darbar Square, they were built at different times. But they were designed, they were architect in such a way that they all the buildings together make a perfect square. There are different buildings, but all the buildings together, they were designed in such a way that they blend, they make a perfect square. That is why its name is Patan Darbar Square. The entire square is paved with bricks and attracts huge crowds during different festivals. So all the buildings are paved with the bricks and they are the mm, point of attraction for the tourists at different festivals. Records show that Patan Darbar Square lies at a very ancient crossroads. The settlements of indigenous communities surrounded the square, and before the Malas were properly established in 1300 AD, the Pradhans, principal nobles, settled around the crossroads. So it lies at very ancient crossroads, and various communities are surrounding this square. Various communities are surrounding this square, and before the Malas were properly established in 1300 AD, the Pradhans, principal nobles, settled around the crossroads. There are inscriptions linking the Pradhans with the Darbar square, mentioning mansions and temples they built around the square, which aren't there anymore. What is the meaning of inscriptions? Words that are written in cut or something, engravings. They're words that are craved. So, words that are written or cut, they are known as inscriptions. So, there are many inscriptions which are mentioning that were many mansions and temples in this Darbar which are no more there now. But these inscriptions tell that there were many mansions and temples which were built around the square, but you cannot see them now anymore. Okay. Though many kings contributed, though many kings contributed, the present architectural state is mostly the result of the efforts of King Siddhi Narasimha Malla, 1619 to 1661. So the main contribution in the architectural building of this Darbar Square is the effort of the King Siddhi Narasimha Malla. Okay. His contribution was for the period 1619 to 1661, and his son King Srinivasa. So both of these kings, Siddhi Narasimha Malla and his son Srinivasa, during the period 1619 to, let us say, 1684, because Siddhi Narasimha Malla, he contributed from the period 1619 to 1661, and then from 1661 to 1684 his son continued that work. Which work? The architectural building of the Darbar Square. Siddhi Narasimha Malla was made a king when he was young. It was only after 20 years that he initiated this construction work. So when he was made the king, he was very young. So he started this construction of work of Darbar Square only after when he was 20 years. In 1641, he rebuilt. Now see the dates, and according to the dates, what was the construction done in the Darbar Square. So this chapter is all very easy. There is nothing to explain. You have to simply read and you will get all the things. In 1641, he rebuilt the Degutal temple, which made the temple better than before. So in 1651, what was there? What was constructed? Degutal temple. 6 years later means in 1647, he gilded the topmost roof of the temple as an offering to the goddess of the temple. He gilded the topmost roof of the temple. In 1641, he built the temple, and after 6 years, he gilded. He gilded means he just designed, made it more beautiful. What? The topmost roof of the temple as an offering to the goddess of the temple. Okay. The courtyard Sundari Chowk with its sunken bath was added in 1646. So in 1646, this Sundari Chowk was added. Sundari Chowk is surrounded by a three-storied palace on four sides. See how beautiful. Sundari Chowk is surrounded by a three-storied palace. On all the four sides there are three-storied palace in this Sundari Chowk. This place is one of the best examples of the 17th century Nepal architecture. So this Sundari Chowk is one of the best examples of Nepal architecture, because this Sundari Chowk is surrounded by on all the four sides by the palace, three-storied palace. Its entrance facing the Darbar Square has a golden gateway. and a golden window over it. Okay, so this Sundri Chowk's entrance has a golden gateway and golden window over it. Like other Malla kings, Siddhi Narasimha Malla also tried his best to place his clan deity goddess Teleju with generous offerings. In 1647 now, he built in her name a tank and fountain in Bhandarghar, adjacent to the Sundri Chowk. So in 1647 now, in 1641 temple was built, then he gilded the topmost roof of the temple in 1647. In 1646 Sundri Chowk was built, which was a best example of Nepal architecture. This Sundri Chowk was covered by palaces on all the four sides, and these palaces were three-storied palaces. So it was the best example of Nepal architecture. Now moving forward, in 1647, what he did, he built in her name a tank and fountain in Bhandarghar adjacent to the Sundri Chowk. A tank and a fountain in that tank. It is said that the king, during his daily offerings to the goddess, offered a lotus flower that grew in the pond in Bhandarghar. Okay, so when he used to worship in this temple, when he used to worship goddess in the temple, he used to give that lotus flower which used to grow in the pond in Bhandarghar. He was very pious and spent time in meditation and worship. So he was very pious, he was very religious, and he used to spend time in meditation and worshipping. Before he gave up his throne to his son, he had already added two more monumental temples in Darbar Square. So, see now, he added two more. Monumental means very big. So he added two more very big temples in Darbar Square before he gave his throne to his son, Srinivasa. So King Siddhi Narasimha Malla, before giving his throne to his son, he added two more temples, two more big temples in Darbar Square. One is the marvelous stone Sikhara temple of Krishna Mandir, made in 1637. See. So in 1637, what was done? This temple of Krishna Mandir was made. It is four-storied, but the main shrine of Krishna along with Radha and Rukmani at the sides is on the first floor. So it is a four-storied temple, and the main shrine, main statue of Krishna along with Radha and Rukmani, on one side Radha, on the other side Rukmani, is on the first floor. Almost all the walls in these temples are adorned with carvings of Lord Vishnu in his different incarnations. So the different life pictures, the different life conditions of Lord Vishnu is shown in the carvings which is done on the walls of this temple. So this temple is very beautiful. The walls of this temple are carved with the pictures depicting the life stories of Lord Vishnu. There are altogether 21 pinnacles arranged at different heights on the temple. What are the pinnacles? Pinnacles means the highest points arranged at different heights on the temple. Highest pillars, highest points. 21 highest points are arranged at different heights on the temple. The other temple, so one temple is this Lord Krishna temple, which was established by king. Yes. Which king? Yes. Which was established by the king before giving his throne to his son. He established two big temples. One was Lord Krishna temple, and this temple is very beautiful because it is four-story temple, but at the first floor there is a statue of Lord Krishna with Radha and Rukmani, and all the walls of the temple have got carvings which shows the pictures depicting the life stories of Lord Vishnu. And this other temple is a Nevari style temple dedicated to Shiva, better known as Viveswara. During one temple is for Lord Krishna, the other temple is the temple dedicated to Shiva. Okay, better known as Visveswara. During the completion of each temple, a kotikho or ritual of fire was performed for the celebration. People made large donations to the temples during these ceremonies. Yes. So whenever the temple was completed, a ritual was performed. A ceremony was performed. Which ceremony? A ritual of fire. And people used to make large donations to the temples during this ceremony. Now in 1652, in 1652, Siddhi Narasimha gave up his throne and left to do penance in Benares. Though he returned from Benares, he did not take over the throne but helped his son Srinivasa rule Patan. So in 1652, he gave his throne to his son Srinivasa. Now, Srinivasa started his career in masonry in 1661. So he started his career in 1661 and till 1684 he did a lot of work for this Patan Darbar Square. Now see what he did. This was about King Siddhi Narasimha, what he did. Now what his son Srinivasa did for Patan Darbar Square. The renovation of the Patan Darbar Palace began the same year. He started renovating it. Unfortunately, the Degutal temple which Siddhi Narasimha had built was completely destroyed by a fire during Srinivasa's early years as a king. So, if you remember, in the beginning we have done that. So, King Siddhi Narasimha had built, first of all, has built a very big temple, which was Degutal temple. But this temple was completely destroyed by a fire during this Srinivasa's early years as a king. So rebuilding the Degutal temple was one of his first projects. So he started rebuilding that temple. However, he didn't give the temple its original five-storied style. He reduced it to three as it is more convenient for a Newari style temple. So earlier it was a five-storied temple which was built by King Siddhi Narasimha, but when it was destroyed by the fire in the early years of his son's reign, then his son rebuilt that temple, but the temple was reduced from five-storied to three-storied only. This temple was badly damaged again during the earthquake in 1934. Fortunately, it was finally reinstated to its former glory in 1969. So, Srinivas rebuilt the temple after it was destroyed by the fire, but this temple was again damaged by the earthquake in 1934. And again Srinivasa fortunately built it again, and it was built and it was opened for the public, and it was in its full glory in 1969. So this is all about this chapter. Okay, so this is very easy chapter describing one of the historical place of Nepal, that is Patan Darbar Square. All of you must have visited this place also. So this place was was built by King Siddhi Narasimha Malla and his son King Srinivasa. According to the dates, all the things are described in the chapter. So hope you must have understood the chapter. I will be giving you one worksheet. I want all of you to do that worksheet and submit on time. So thank you once again for learning on Best Montessori Distance Learning e-portal, and thank you for listening to the description of the chapter. Please do the worksheet and submit on time. See you in next English class very soon. Till then, stay safe and bye. Stay safe at